Well, hi everybody. Welcome back to Songs and Stories from Camp Cronin. I believe this is episode 5. We're getting deep into the REO Speedwagon story. I'm almost done with my book. It's called Roll with the Changes, My Life Within and Without REO Speedwagon. And as I said a few episodes back, I realized that I was pretty much I had been writing the soundtrack to this book ever since I wrote my first song. So, back at Camp Cronin, we're home, hunkered down. I want to send a shout out to, of course, all the frontline workers, but I was thinking about the postal workers. You guys are awesome. The truck drivers, the delivery people, working all over this country, putting themselves at risk for the rest of us, and that is the American way. And we have nothing but respect for all of you, and of course the medical professionals, everybody working in the grocery stores and the banks, and it's amazing. We're going to get through this together. So we had gotten into the studio in Los Angeles to make the third REO Speedwagon album, and as I said, at some point during the proceedings, well, actually the recording was over, but my vocal performances were less than the quality required for an album. I was just struggling. But I did sing all those songs, even though you don't hear them on the record. And one of my favorites from that album, it would also appear on the Live You Get What You Play For album a few years later. It's a song Gary wrote, kind of about his life. It's pretty much his autobiography in about 3 minutes, and it's called Son of a Poor Man. Hometown lady, leaving for the city, bags in hand, she's boarding the train. Last look through the window, I saw her eyes were as red as mine. Waved goodbye, but I can't believe she's leaving. Oh, 'cause a woman can't be high class in a lonely farmer's town. And the son of a poor man ain't gonna turn your head around. But if you ever get lonely, you just pick up the telephone, and the son of a poor man will bring you home. Oh yeah. Well, maybe soon I'll see her on some television show. Painted lips and fingers, singing for the world. Well, she'll be a fashion plate for sure, dancing for your plastic world. Well, call me up if you can, but if not, babe, I understand. 'Cause I know that a woman can't be high class in a lonely farmer's town. And the son of a poor man ain't gonna turn your head around. But if you ever get lonely, you just pick up a telephone, and the son of a poor man will bring you home. Oh yeah. Camp Cronin, baby. Son of a Poor Man. Man, I love that song. I always did. Loved it from the first time Gary played it for me. Yeah, so like I say, I was out of the band for a couple years. Man, I learned a lot during that time. Came to terms with a lot of things. I write about that whole period in the book. And so, yeah. Then we're making a live album. Oh, and by the way, you know, I've been playing my Martin D18. It's a pre-war model. It's beat up, man. I actually nicknamed it the hockey stick because it pretty much looks like it was used by a goalie in an NHL game. Pretty beat up. Tommy Shaw and I compared beat up D18s, and I would contend that that the hockey stick took it. But I decided that I would begin to introduce y'all to some other guitars. You know, I'm home, and Smooth, my amazing guitar tech who would come out to my house all the time and care for these instruments, change the strings, make sure they were in good shape, and we would just hang out and have a good time. Smooth had to leave the road, doctor's orders, and it's a long story, but man, he endured a lot over the past year and ended up 2 weeks ago getting a double lung transplant. How about that? During the COVID-19 scare, as if that wasn't bad enough. But Smooth is just an amazing guy. I've never met anyone with a temperament as smooth as his. He's just the guy that always kind of kept me together on the road. He would, you know, if I was having a bad day, he could always make me laugh. He's a funny guy, dry sense of humor. I couldn't love him more. And he's home now. Amazing. 2 weeks ago, he was getting a double lung transplant. He's just an amazing guy. And so I just decided in Smooth's honor, I'm going to introduce some other guitars. This guitar here is a Brazilian rosewood Martin D28 from the 1940s. I don't know exactly what year, but I love this guitar. And I call it the tortoise. And I don't know why. I think it's because the pick guard is a tortoise shell pick guard. Most of the Martin guitars you see have a black pick guard. So I buy these guitars, you know, Norm over here at Norm's Rare Guitars tells me, oh man, you know, I know this guitar might be a little steep, but it's a great investment. But thing is, I've kept every guitar I've ever bought, so I don't have a huge amount. I'm not like Dave Amato numbers in the hundreds, you know, but the guitars I have I love, and I want to share them with you. So anyway, so we're on the road. We decided to make a live album, a double live album, and it was great for me because it gave me an opportunity to sing all the REO Speedwagon songs from the albums I missed and kind of put my little thing on it. And I was looking for a little thing that would really kind of endear me to the REO fans, something that was special. And 157 Riverside Avenue was a song that started out as just a kind of a 3-minute blues jam, but suddenly I started kind of scat singing at the end along with some of Gary's guitar licks. And it kind of grew from there into this thing where I would claim that Gary called me up in the middle of the night and woke me up with his guitar, and I would kind of scat back to him, and it became this thing that kind of turned into a trademark for us, and we immortalized it on the Live You Get What You Play For album. And I'm going to have a drink of water before I sing it because I needed it. So, yeah, I'm going to definitely miss Neil's piano on this one. I'm going to miss Bruce's bass runs, which are such a big part of it. You know, both Dave and Gary put their unique stamps on the song, as did Alan and Brian. But this is what it would sound like if I was in a coffee house in Chicago somewhere. Well, we're through into town on Sunday. Had to find a place by Monday. Tried Bridgeport, then Westport, till we found a place we thought would do. 157 Riverside Avenue, where the Saugatuck River's flowing. Mother Nature's colors are showing. We're so cold and rainy, couldn't help feeling blue. Not enough time, and too many things to do, so we just sat back and played some. She was lonely, but we were lonely, and she said, can I make love to you? Said 157 Riverside Avenue. Here's what she said. Bip, 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 stay, I must say. So nice, so easy. We had to say goodbye to you down at 157 Riverside Avenue. Oh yeah. Bye bye. Bye bye, baby, bye bye. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. Bye bye, Lena, goodbye. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're leaving, but we'll be back. Keeping it right on track. We're gonna miss you, but we'll be back someday to 157 Riverside Avenue. 157 Riverside Avenue. Woo! Well, okay, that's how that came out. One of the things that I've been sticking to here at Songs and Stories from Camp Cronin is no rehearsals. You're hearing it, warts and all, but it's kind of liberating, kind of refreshing, you know. So yeah, that was it, episode 5. I guess I'm gonna say goodbye. My love to everyone. Stay home, keep your social distance. If you gotta go to work, that's awesome. Be safe. Let's not rush getting back to normal. You know, we gotta take it slow, pay attention to the information coming to us from our local leaders and medical professionals, and just take care of yourself. And remember, as I always say, things are gonna get better. See you next time.